there, YouTube. We're out in the boonies if you ain't figured that out. Actually doing a couple of topics. The previous one was about being a hooligan and a little bit about what's going on with YouTube and Google Plus. Yeah, kind of beating around the bush, getting that all spit out. So I ended up way out here, and I think I'm actually in. I'm not sure. I'm west of I-5, probably several miles, and I'm heading north, heading towards a little town called Voigtsburg. That'll take me out to Highway 6. But anyway, Darth Peachy's place. He posted a video today on his channel of him and his lovely bride out riding their own motorcycles and taking a beautiful, beautiful ride through the rock there where he lives, the Rock of Gibraltar. And anyway, it's a beautiful video. If you haven't seen it, it's something about monkeying around. Go check that thing out, because you never know when I'm going to post this, so you might have to search back in his videos. But anyway, I commented him, you know, how beautiful it was there, great video and whatnot. But the one thing that struck me more than anything was, you know, his wife. He's talking about how she changed the oil and cleaned up the brakes and did some other maintenance to her Suzuki Bandit, and got me to thinking, it's weird that, you know, he should bring this thing up, because my wife has actually been showing some interest in riding again. Years ago, she'd never ridden a motorcycle. She rode her little brother's the little scooters, you know, like the ones you get from Ward's and Sears and stuff like that. But I taught her, you know, how to shift and do everything, and we used to go dirt bike riding all the time, and then we ended up moving to Portland, Oregon, and had a little 250 Rebel and a little Honda Aero 50 scooter, because she used to bomb around by herself. Loved the freedom of it, just had a ball. But when she became pregnant with one, actually she was riding that motorcycle when she was, geez, 8 and 9 months pregnant. And crazy. Nowadays, holy shit, people would freak out about that stuff. It's amazing the things that don't seem odd. Like they're I have to apologize. It's freaking cold out here, and suspension's a little stiff, so you don't quite. Man, you just never know when that's going to be frozen. I don't think it is, but there's a couple of. I went riding the 72 yesterday and hit a couple of spots I thought was okay, and all of a sudden, whoa, I'm floating. But anyway, you know, him and his wife, that got me thinking, and it's odd that my wife has kind of been showing off and on interest in my Sportsters, you know. But two things: she thinks they're too heavy, and she's afraid she's gonna, you know, drop one of them. What happened years ago? You know, she was riding this XP 920R. It's kind of a European 920. Kind of the engine's based on the Virago motor, but it's chain drive. And anyway, she'd bomb around on that thing no problem. Big old 920, you know, she loved that thing. And you know, she just has this attraction to V-twin. She loved the thump and the rumble of that old 920, and you know, they're torquey and easy to ride. Well, Sportsters are the same way, you know. Anyway, I got two of those things sitting out there, and I can only ride one at a time. It'd be great if she'd go out. And she showed some interest, and she sat on them a couple of times, and she's just spooked she's going to drop them. And what had happened some years ago is I had this 79 CBX 6-cylinder. It was the one and only fast one they made for all the emissions kicked in. But I always tried to get her to ride that. She was, oh no, you know, that big old engine down there was just threatening to her. It was an inline 6, if you guys aren't familiar with the old CBX 1047cc inline 6. But anyway, I basically talked her into riding it. Well, shit. She ends up coming to a stop, lost her balance, over she went, boom. Well, those things, these crank end caps, they had little covers about this big. Well, if you ever dropped one of those things, it would land on that cap, and it'd snap the cap. I mean, really, no big deal whatsoever. Now, the damn thing would hemorrhage like you cut its jugular, because, you know, the crankshaft oil supply is right there. So, anyway, I mean, you can get home with them. And we weren't far from home. We were around Oaks Park over there in southeast Portland, in the Selwood area. And anyway, ever since then, it's just the damnedest thing. You know, she had, you know, and she had gone through a pregnancy. We had our kid, and don't think our second kid was on the way yet. But anyway, that changes too. You know, that really changed me with road racing too. You know, it was kind of a hit or miss thing after having kids. But anyway, that, you know, ever since, she's just been spooked to ride. So she'd ride off and on, you know, dirt bikes here and scooters there, but never really truly got into it. I mean, she was like motivated. She wanted to ride. And she just lost that drive. And, you know, she has the same thing. She goes, I'm just afraid I'm going to drop it. I go, Kelly, everybody. Whoa, holy shit, guy. Wasn't expecting that. But, you know, shit happens. That was her first time. I don't know how she made it. I think she dropped the dirt bike several times. Maybe she didn't. But anyway, that just, for some reason, just freaked her out. Seeing that great big old CBX, you know, laying on the ground like a dead cow, you know. And anyway, I've had her sit on the Sportsters, you know, and she sits up on them, and first thing she wants to do is, you know, kind of lean them over to feel the weight. She goes, that's just too much weight. That's just too much weight. I can't ride that thing. And I'm like, you know, you just gotta kind of keep your balance, you know. There's most motorcycles that most people ride, you can't lean them over to, you know, to a point that, you know, you can't hold them up anymore. It is a balancing act, and the gyro effect of going down the road, you know, it's like this thing just feels light as a feather going down the road. Once you get any movement in it at all. But, no, I can't swing her by it. But, she won't ride one of mine. So we have this used 05 XL1200C. It's a carbureted. It was the pre-fuel injected. Actually, 07 was the first year fuel injected. 05 was the first year they put the rubber motor mounts in them. And I did the used vehicle inspection on it, and I rode the thing around. Shit, it runs great. Good looking bike. Beautiful blue. Good looking bike. And so, I mean, we're into that thing. You know, even the price they're selling it for is probably about $3 grand less than its value. It's wintertime, you know, anything, just inventory, anything that sits around for long, it's gotta go. But anyway, went up and looked at that, and for some reason, I don't know why, it's not like this thing weighs any different than mine, but she had a hard time picking it up off the side stand, and she's just like, no. She goes, I can't pick that up. I said, Kelly, you're not going to be picking it up. If you fall over and you have to pick it up, that's a whole nother thing we'll discuss. She goes, no, I can't pick it up off the side stand. Don't know. She's just like, no. So anyway, I kind of pushed her once before, and I ended up buying her a 250 Ninja. She probably put a couple hundred miles on it. Went and got her, you know, went through the driver safety course and all this other BS, and probably put a couple hundred miles on it, if even that. And then it was pretty much me riding around everywhere. And so we ended up selling it. She just like no interest in it. And our jobs that we had at the Vancouver, Washington Pro Caliber was pretty goddamn crazy. Look at this guy on a motorcycle, an old 1400 Intruder, VS 1400 Suzuki, VS 1400 GL to be exact. Anyway, it kind of got to where it was just too busy. We just didn't have the free time. I mean, we were gone a minimum of 12 or 13 hours a day, so the weekends was like for recovery, not for play. So anyway, it was just a payment we didn't need. Even though it was dirt cheap. I don't think I was even paying $100 a month. Now you look at those things, you look back and you think, what, as cheap as that son of a bitch was, why the hell didn't you just keep it? I don't know if any of you guys that's, you know, been around bikes for a while, I hear it all the time at work. That little baby's bike, that's a sissy's bike, a 250 Ninja. 250 Ninja hauls ass. They are funner than shit to ride. This is one of the old ones. Now they got the fuel injected 300s that are phenomenal. But anyway, I kind of pushed her into that one, and I really shouldn't have. You know, I go, oh, just think of the fun we used to have, and you know, and then the little spark finally lit in her head. She goes, yeah, that was a lot of fun we used to ride. You know, that little, damn it, I miswaving out. That little 250, easy to handle, really light. Took her driving course on it, the whole deal. And anyway, to make this incredibly long story come to a, that used to be the coolest old grocery store. The wife and I used to drive out here all the time just to stop there. The old wooden floor, the old front door, it squeaks when you open it, and the old wooden plank floors just creak when you walk on them. They had this whole bunch of old antique stuff in there. And drove through here one day on the motorcycle. In fact, I think I was on the iron here. It was just before fall last year. Drove through and that son of a bitch is closed. That is just so sad. And it's the only store around there. Is the one that I passed earlier that's on a corner down there, but who knows? Maybe they priced them right out of business or something. It just pisses me off. Love them old things. There's another one that's on the east side of the freeway, some back roads that go to Chehalis, and a township, and it closed down too. Anyway, I'm not going to push her. She's showing interest on her own this time, and I'll just let it kind of feed itself. I am. She works at her .com at her store, so she works the weekends. I am gonna show her Darth Peachy's video. Hell, just for the damn beauty of it, if nothing else. Them crazy ass monkeys. And I'm just not gonna say anything. Of course, she looks at my Google Plus stuff too, so she'll probably catch it. My comments back and forth. But anyway, on that video, you know, I didn't give you a true shout out there, Chris, but love your channel, love that you're back. I won't go in those details if you guys can talk to him about that, but his channel was down for a bit and he's back with a vengeance. One of the nicest guys absolutely ever. And that's my first time you know, I'll be honest, I haven't gone through all his videos, but that's the first time I've met his wife, and she actually, she commented. I see that he commented also, but the godforsaken flaw that's going on with Google and YouTube, I didn't get an email notification or anything else. I just happened to notice it. And anyway, I'll answer him back when I get home. I mean, I was literally about to go out the door. Oh, please don't be wet through here. Please don't wipe out my iron. You know why this is wet? Is because they've de-iced it. They put the de-icer down and it's melted the frozen shit, and it doesn't evaporate as quick. It just stays wet. Please don't get my baby dirty. I don't know why I'm crying. It's been over 2 months since I washed it. She's about due to get dirty. I shouldn't be complaining at all. It's nice and I'm out riding it. If you're riding it, they're gonna get dirty. Right? Right. But anyway, I'll put a link to Darth Peachy's channel down below, so you guys can watch the video to see the reference I'm referring to. And while you're there, make sure you sub him, because he's an awesome guy. I spoke with him on some Google Hangouts, and just a super, super nice guy. And I'm sure his wife is exactly the same. Wives are always the nice ones. If the guy's nice, the wife's got to be nice too, right? Oh, some stories I could tell you there. Some of the nightmares some of my friends and acquaintances have been in. But no, she seems super, super nice. But anyway, that's that for that subject. I drugged that son of a bitch on forever, didn't I? What are we at here? 14 minutes? Maybe more than that. 17 minutes. I'm going to make a second video to this thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate you coming back. Give her a thumbs up if you like it. And hit the old subscribe button if you ain't done so yet. So, thanks now. Take care. I need to venture my way home. I'm freezing my ass off. Take care now. Bye-bye.